Hello and welcome to this edition of the Queer Profits Podcast, where we dive into topics and issues nobody wants to talk about in the world, socially, and in your business. Queer Profits is all inclusive. Everyone is welcome. And yes, that means everyone. If you've ever felt like you didn't fit in, well, you found your place, no matter who you are, no matter what you do, no matter what. In today's episodes, I'm going to be talking about implementation and how to implement better, more effectively, and the 3 steps that really make implementation in your business work. And of course, as always, hopefully we will include some talk about inclusion, community, and growth. Certainly we will hit growth in this episode. So without further ado, let's talk a little bit about implementation. I used to have a boss that used to tell me that I thought I was good at sales, which was the reason that I worked there, when in fact what I really was good at was getting things done and problem solving. And I think those 2 things go hand in hand, right? So implementation, it's GSDF, right? Get stuff done fast. How do you get stuff done fast? How do you implement? How do you part of how you do this is working within the confines of how you work best. In other words, so many of us have things that we allow into our work environment. We allow into our lives during times when we're supposed to be working. I am pretty disciplined. I know that's a word that not a lot of people like, but it's how I've always been my whole life. I grew up in a disciplined environment, and it sort of has stuck with me. I think my athletics background has also helped me with this, but I get stuff done, and I get it done quickly because of a couple things. One is that I'm very disciplined about my workday and about how I structure things, right? And so what's on my calendar is what I do. And so at this moment, what's on my calendar is to be shooting this video, this podcast. And so that's what I'm doing, right? I have the phone turned off. I have, there's no distractions, right? I have everything set up, and I'm ready to do this. And so it'll get done because it's what I'm supposed to be doing right now. And yeah, there are other things in life that may be happening, but right now, unless there was some major emergency, nothing is going to pull my focus away. There are a couple things that would, right? But it's very small during this time because it's structured. And so I think for me, now that doesn't work for everyone. And I think people who say, well, Diane, I don't like to work by my calendar. I need more free space, or I need more open time. That's fine, but don't use that as an excuse for not getting things done. Implementation means you're completing things, right? It doesn't mean that you start things and leave them on your desk. It doesn't mean that things are halfway done. Implementation is about completions. It's about, what did you get done today? What did you accomplish today? And look, let's be real. Let's just call it like it is, right? As a business owner, you're never finished. You're never going to be finished. It's not going to happen. And so don't have that expectation that, I didn't finish, and so I have to work until everything's done. Everything's not going to be completely done, ever. It's just not how it's going to, it's not how it's going to happen. It's not how it's going to work. In your life as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, there's always going to be something more you can do. And implementation isn't about, getting overwhelmed. It's not about working all the time. It's not about that, right? It's about, and I'm going to use a word that a lot of people don't use. It's hustle. Can you hustle and get things done so that you can have the time, so that you can have more freedom, so that you can move on to the next thing and get more things done, right? And so hustle isn't a bad word. Now, I'm not talking about, nose to the grindstone 24/7. What I'm talking about is utilizing your strategy, utilizing your action plan that you've put in place so that you can now implement the important things that you need to implement, right? Not the emergencies, not running off and being distracted by everything. What's important? And you as a business owner, there's probably 4 or 5 things that you should be focused on in your day, and only 4 or 5 things. If you are the chef, cook, and bottle washer, right? If you're doing everything in your business, if you're the bookkeeper and the marketer and the financial person and the technical person and the expert on your CRM and all of that, and you're doing all of that, you're doing too much, even if you're just starting out, right? And so you've got to really be able to focus in on what are the things that you're uniquely qualified to do, that you should be working on, that you should be implementing. And for some of you, you're taking on the role as the CEO, right? Which is more of a visionary kind of position. I love a quote by Richard Branson. He talks about how the business owner, the entrepreneur's desk should be clean. And the reason it should be clean is that gives you the ability to be more of a visionary, to take the things that you want to be doing and get them implemented with your team. Now, you might be saying, well, Diane, that's great, but I don't have 300 people on my staff. That's okay, right? There are people who will work with you virtually on projects, who will work with you virtually long-term, right? What are the things that you should be getting off your plate? And we're talking, I'm jumping ahead a little bit now to leverage, but you've got to get things off your plate so that you can implement the things that you are uniquely qualified to be doing, okay? So implementation is all about getting things done and getting them done as quickly as possible. Now, one of the things that I talk a lot about that is a little bit controversial for people, and that's okay, do what works for you. And I think that's my real message, is do what works for you, but don't use what works for you as an excuse for not implementing and getting things done, okay? How can you be more productive is the question. And I'm always asking myself that in my head, right? And sometimes, quite frankly, I will tell you that I use this. It's just a little timer, right? A little timer. I'll set a timer for 20 minutes. I have 20 minutes to complete this task, to write this article, whatever it is. And when that 20 minutes, when the timer goes off, I have to stop. If you start doing that and start using that discipline of, okay, I have to be done when this goes off, then be done. You will find that you will be a lot more protective of your workspace, of your mind space, and you know, that's really a lot of how I implement, or that's how I get started doing this. Now I just put it on my calendar, and what my calendar says is what I do. But this whole idea of implementation is really about how do you get things done? How do you have completions? And how do you get things done faster so that when you are finished, you now have the choice of either moving on to the next thing or being done, right? I'm done for the day. Why? Well, because I accomplished everything that was on my list or everything that I wanted to get done. Things are complete for the day. Doesn't mean they're complete for the week. It doesn't mean they're complete for the month. Doesn't mean that you're never going to have to work again, right? But when you implement and get things done quicker, the momentum in your business will catch up. Because here's the thing that I know, and you know this too if you're going to be honest with yourself, is that you are the bottleneck in your business. 9 times out of 10, as the business owner, you're the reason things don't get done. You're the bottleneck. You're the thing that slows things down. Oh, is so-and-so done? No, Diane, we gave that to you a week ago to approve. Or no, we're waiting for you to shoot the video. Or you have to finish the copy. Or whatever the thing is, right? You're the bottleneck. So the more things you get off your desk, the more things you stop doing, the more things you give away, implementation in your business will automatically increase. Completions will increase. Profits will increase because you're no longer the bottleneck. And so there is that piece. But when you implement, I want you to think about, how can I get more things done in the same amount of time? Not how do I work more hours, not how do I work harder, none of that. How do I get more done in the same amount of time? And I've given you some examples and some ideas, but you ultimately have to figure out what it is for you that allows you to implement, to have more completions, and to get things done. Because without getting things done in your business, and again, you don't have to do it all. That's an amazing concept, right? That you are, as the business owner, as a matter of fact, as the business owner, you shouldn't be doing it all. What are the 4 or 5 things that you're uniquely qualified to do in your business? And when I say uniquely qualified to do, what I mean is, what are the things that you love to do? that you're really good at, that you can do quickly, that fuel you, that feed you, that you're like, you could do this all day, every day, and time would fly by. There's going to be 4 to 6 things. And for most of you, there's going to be, you're going to have a tendency to think there's more. But what I want you to think about when you make this list, and I'm going to, make a list of all the things that you do in your business. Not necessarily today, but everything that you do in your business. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to make that list. And then what I want you to do is I want you to put them into quadrants. So you can do it, take a piece of paper and draw a cross, line down and a line vertically. In the top left corner should be all the things that you love to do, that you're good at, that you excel at, and that feed you. Top left. Top right should be things, in other words, in the top left are all the things that you're great at. In the top right should be all the things that you're good at. You enjoy it, right? It's okay. It's, you're good at them. In the bottom left, all the things that you don't really enjoy doing, but that you're doing, right? And in the bottom right, all the things that you suck at, that you hate doing, and that you know you shouldn't be doing. And you're going to find out that there's a lot of things in these categories, right? You'll find there's a lot in the upper categories right now. But when you start to look at things, what I want to challenge you to do is to move everything out of that top left, the things that you're excellent at, the things that you love to do. Really think about those things. If you're good at them, if you excel at them, if you're great at it, if it makes time go by quickly and you could do it all day, every day and not even get paid for it, those are the things that go in that, and only those things. That's why I'm telling you there's only 4 to 6 of those. My distinguisher, if this will help you, hopefully it will, between what goes in the left top and the right top is very simple, is that it feeds me, it energizes me. So I'll give you a quick example. I'm a really good event planner. Really good. Matter of fact, I would put what I do against any other event planner that's out there. The problem for me, the reason it's in the good category and not the excellent category is really simple. There's one distinguishing factor. At the end of the day, when I'm running events for myself, when I'm speaking and doing the things that I love, I'm like, yeah, let's go, right? I'm like, I could do this. I could speak all day, every day. I could coach and teach and do this all day, every day. With event planning, I'm exhausted at the end of the day. It zaps my energy, even though I'm good at it. And so for me, that took that out of the unique best qualities and put it in the good qualities, right? And there's some things that I just don't enjoy doing. I can do them, but I don't enjoy doing them. I can do the basics on the money and the dollars and the finances and running sales reports and all that. I don't want to. And so that goes into it's not fun. It takes me longer than it should. That goes in the bottom left for me. Those are things I don't want to be doing. In the suck category, right, are all of the things for me that are technical. Running my CRM, putting things in there, going in and finding reports and all that. I suck at it. I'm horrible at it. I shouldn't be doing it, and so I don't do it. I'm blessed that I'm at the point in my career that I don't have to do it anymore. I told somebody not too long ago, if you told me, Diane, you have to go send an email from your customer relation management system. In my case, it's called Keep. You have to send an email to your list. I couldn't do it. Now, I could learn to do it, but I haven't done it in so long. It would take me a really long time. I have a team that does that for me, right? Because I'm not good at it. I don't want to set those things up. I don't want to learn all that technical stuff. I'm really good at the 4 or 5 things. I'm really good at marketing. I'm really good at teaching and coaching. I'm really good at selling. Those are the things, right? Those are the things I love. Those are the things that energize me. Those are the pieces, right? Speaking, teaching, coaching. Those are my tops. Marketing. I love talking about marketing, teaching marketing, doing all of those things. So that's what I want to focus my attention on. All right. So implementation, how do you do it quicker? How do you get more done in the same amount of time? How do you move forward in your business? Implement, 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 implement. Used to have a boss that told me, they called me the executioner, right? Not because I was killing people, because we got so much done. We executed so many things in a day. It's just a matter of focus, and that's what it really comes down to, right? Implementation. What are you focused on for the next 90 days? What do you need to get done today to make that 90-day plan happen? And that's the piece. Focus, focus, focus. If you focus on the right things and you focus on those things that you should be doing in that top quadrant, and your team is working in their top quadrant, this thing will run like a well-oiled machine, and you will implement so many things, so many new things. You will be amazed and blown away at what happens in your business. And I would love to hear your stories. I would love for you to comment and get back to me and let me know as you put these things into place how your business is changing and what's happening. If you need help with implementation, please reach out. Please let me know. Comment wherever you see this. Send me an email. pride@queerprofits.com is the easiest way to get me. You can find me on social media. I'm everywhere. Reach out. Let me know if you need some help or want to have a discussion about how you can implement better and faster. So that's it for today's edition of Queer Profits Podcast. Thank you so much for being here. Whether you're queer or straight, all of these issues that we talked about today certainly are affecting your business. That's something that I know for sure in all my years in business. If you want to make your business more profitable, I've got a free report for you. It's called The 3 Keys to Growing Your Business Fast, Getting More Clients, and Making More Money. Simply go to queerprofits.com. It'll take you like literally 33 seconds to jump on there, ask for the report, download it, and spend some time then implementing what's in there. As always, we love to hear your comments and suggestions. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, you think you have something to add, do reach out. Queer Profits Podcast is all about bringing our entire community together for good, for all of us as business leaders. That's something that we can do, working on unity, integration, and acceptance. And that starts with every single one of us each and every day. So I'm Diane Conklin. Until next time, make it a great day.